So one of the things when we start to tap is energy starts to move, so different ideas will come up, and we kind of want that to happen, and that's when we talk about following where it takes us. So I definitely want to help you with tapping on this, always having to fight for fairness idea. But before we do that, I just want to go back to what you were describing last weekend and earlier, or whenever it was when you were feeling so much of what was going on, and you talk about the whole city.
Okay, cool. I have to plug my computer in, so just go ahead, keep talking while I'm.
So you can still hear me?
Uh-huh.
So one of the things that happens, Petal, with us humans, especially those of us who are what we call more empathic, is we pick up energies that kind of unwittingly. We move around, we're affected by events ourselves, and then sometimes the affect is really strong, it's really big. And we might even sense that it's disproportional to what's going on. Why am I so bothered by this? Why 3 days later do I feel it in my bones? It's so heavy. So when we find ourselves in that position, now a lot of empaths know they're empaths. They know how to manage their energy. They've got protocols, and that's okay. A lot of us are less formal about that, or we forget that that might be part of what's going on. So tapping is a really great tool to just kind of check before you go in and look for your own stuff, before you're looking for the exact beliefs, which is great practice, that have gotten me to where I'm feeling. We can just sort of do a general check-in and a release. And here's sort of a light or easy protocol for that, right? So it's like, here I am, I'm feeling heavy, there's a lot going on, a lot of people are feeling stuff. I'm just going to ask any and all energy that isn't mine to leave my system. So you just kind of, we're going to do that faster method, and you just point it. So you just kind of say any and all energy that's in my physical body and in my aura that isn't mine, I'm going to ask to leave. I'm going to bless it as it goes. I will trust that it will find what it's seeking elsewhere in the universe. And I may even ask my guides and any other non-physical guides with, as I like to say, interest and jurisdiction to please help with this process. So there, it's all set. And from there, and you just sort of notice how you're feeling, and then right on the eyebrow, let it go.
Let it go.
So you might just add this for yourself, Petal, any and all energy that isn't mine. And again, let's specify to release from the body. And I always say to my guides, and an appropriate
aura field.
Aura around me, whatever that is, 1 inch, 10 feet, whatever, right?
Okay, I like that. Let's do it like that.
Yeah, so notice how you're feeling now, and we're just gonna let go and release any and all that isn't ours. Eyebrows, let it go.
Let it go.
Sides of the eyes, let it go.
Let it go.
Under the eyes, let it go.
Let it go.
Skip to the collarbone. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is, all these energies that I'm picking up from other places that are not mine, please release them. Love.
Wherever it all came from, it's safe to let it all go.
Wherever it all came from, it's safe to let it all go.
I let it go.
Let it go.
Breath and wrist. And for kicks right now, let's just do that 2 more times, Petal.
Okay.
Still releasing any and all energy that isn't mine. Eyebrows, let it go. Sides of the eyes, let it go.
Let it go.
Under the eyes, let it go.
Let it go.
Collarbone, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Wherever it came from.
Wherever it came from.
It's safe to let it go now.
It's safe to let it go now.
It's good to let it go now.
It's good to let it go.
Let it go now.
Let it go.
Breath and wrist. Peace. One more time. Eyebrows, let it go.
Let it go.
Sides of the eyes, let it go.
Let it go.
Under the eyes, let it go.
Let it go.
Collarbone, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Wherever it came from.
Wherever it came from.
Whatever is not mine.
Whatever is not mine.
It's safe to let it go now.
It's safe to let it go now.
Let it go now.
Let it go now.
Breath and wrist. Peace. So I wish
I found, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying that I found myself doing the let it go sequence like 20 times last week. It really must have helped me to like just keep going. But it was just like a lot of bombarding. But you know what I realized too when we were doing this is that a part of me like feels like I have to listen to those energies. Like maybe they're trying to tell me something. I think especially as an artist, because I feel like, like I have to manifest a spiritual energy into, like the art is part of manifesting spiritual energy into reality. So if something's trying to tell me something, then I want to be open. But sometimes I feel like I get a little carried away with that, And so I'm wondering, like, how do you manage that? Or do you listen to those things, or how do you process that?
Well, first of all, do you feel any lightness from the tapping that we just did?
Yes, tremendous.
Really?
Tremendous. Yeah, I do.
Okay. So that means for sure, Petal, that you've been plugged into in a big way energy that's not yours. So just learning that, deciding when you're feeling particular heaviness or whatever it might be, for anybody, just do that first. Is any of what's going on here not mine? Because now you can clear the decks of that and then deal with what's left for you. So what I was saying earlier is I wish we were able to do this when you were in the thick of it and you wouldn't have had to carry it. Now, the fact that the energy leaves when we basically ask it to leave is part and parcel of the way it works. We don't have to clear for the collective. We don't have to do all this work for everyone and everything. There's been a fair amount of human beings whose roles in one way or another have had to do with that. But I think for most of us walking around, that's not our job. We're empathic. The idea is to not lose our empathy. It's just to learn to better manage our own energy and notice what's ours and what isn't ours. So with what Petal just did, now that we released some of that, maybe that's enough. Maybe she'll release a little more. But now what she's left with is hers, and it'll be
word. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, that whole last week there was a lot of purging, and I think that doing this work has helped me to subconsciously move toward that, because I was recognizing in this group that I was forming a lot of people bringing in a lot of baggage when it was specifically stated that like this is a forward moving platform. And I really honestly like just on a whim decided, you know what, I went from 12 people just down to 4 people, like, you know what, and we'll just add in the other people as like the energy brings it. But yeah, I see that, and I do recognize that in myself, in terms of like taking on other energies, especially in the like role I'm in my community. I'm in a leadership role, so I have a lot of young people that come and bring me their feelings, and I want to like share with them. But I need to have good tools to release all of that right away. And so that's why I'm trying to incorporate these things. It's just
you're doing
process.
Great.
I think that maybe just kind of doing it like before I even meet with people, kind of like let go of everything that I already have, and then after do it again.
Well, yeah, so you let go of what I like about that faster approach is you can let go. What do I need or want to let go of right now? I want to let go of anything that isn't me feeling happy and joyful. I want to let go of anything that isn't me being fully present with this new group that I'm forming. I want to let go of anything that isn't me in perfect alignment with my intention for ABC, XYZ, right? So it's really good for that. Absolutely.